Good evening. Apologies for the late hour. As you can see, we've had a birthday today. So we've had a little bit of a family party, obviously, only just in our little family bubble. But it's been very nice. So I'm a little bit late recording this, but it's nice to be with you again. I've not seen you for a few weeks because I've not been very well. So Matt's been covering for me, but it's very nice to be back. And today, still looking on the theme of relationships, we're looking at John chapter 13, verses 1 to 10, which is Jesus washing his disciples' feet. So I'll read the passage for you. It was just before the Passover festival. Jesus knew that the hour had come for him to leave this world and go to the Father. Having loved his own who were in the world, he loved them to the end. The evening meal was in progress, and the devil had already prompted Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, to betray Jesus. Jesus knew that the Father had put all things under his power, and that he had come from God and was returning to God. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with the towel that was wrapped around him. He came to Simon Peter, who said to him, "Lord, are you going to wash my feet?" Jesus replied, "You do not realize now what I am doing, but later you will understand." "No," said Peter, "you shall never wash my feet." Jesus answered, "Unless I wash you, you have no part with me." "Then, Lord," Simon Peter replied, "not just my feet, but my hands and my head as well." Jesus answered, "Those who have had a bath need only to wash their feet. Their whole body is clean. And you are clean, though not every one of you." This passage is all about love, Jesus' love for his disciples. Love is one of the key terms in John chapters 13 to 17, occurring 31 times in these chapters, compared to only 6 times in chapters 1 to 12. Now, the Bible has different words for 4 different types of love, as explored by Christian novelist C.S. Lewis. There's romantic love, or the Greek eros, familial love, friendship and caring love that we're told in the Bible that we must show to each other. And as we've already heard about, agape love, sacrificial love, the unconditional love of God. Human beings need love, both giving and receiving love. It's a basic need. Love of family, friends, pets. You can probably hear the tip-tapping of tiny paws. That is my dog, Toby. The 5 Love Languages is a book by Gary Chapman. Now, in this book, he explains that there are 5 types of love that people express. These are affirmation or encouragement, acts of service, giving gifts, spending quality time, and physical touch. In the passage that we've just heard, John describes how Jesus demonstrates these ultimate acts of love for his disciples. By washing their feet, which is something that only a servant would have usually done, the lowest of the low, and think about how hot, tired and dirty their feet must have been, Jesus is showing himself as subservient, willing to humble himself in this act of service. But not only that, it's an act of caring service, a practical need, but which is also a thoughtful gift. He's spending precious quality time with his friends, a gift in itself, and is performing an act involving physical touch. Think of when Mary washed Jesus' feet with the perfume nard, and this was seen as an intimate act because she touched his feet and dried them with her hair. By Jesus bending down to wash his disciples' feet, he's physically bowing to them, but symbolically doing so to show his servant nature and show us the importance of showing love through loving service. So how do we show love to people at the moment, particularly when hugs are out of the question? It's a very difficult time for people who need physical touch. Is there another way that we can help them to find something tactile? Plants, flowers, animals, a big snuggly jumper? Kaz will tell you about a cuddle blanket, which is a big black bag with arms so that you can cuddle someone. That's lovely. A way to actually be able to hug in these germ-free times. We've had a lot of quality time with our families, in our bubbles, and in our prayer life. Time we need to make the most of, looking at the gifts that this time of stillness and reflection have given us. So many times through lockdown, we've heard of the heroes of the NHS being recognised for their gifts of loving service. But these acts of love have been happening all around us. Calling a friend to check that they're okay, dropping off some shopping to a neighbour, or picking up their prescriptions. So what ways do we show love to people? What ways do we receive love? I'll leave you to think about those things. And I'll see you again soon. Good night.